I just started our recording, so everyone ready? Again, by the way. Very good day to Madam Bazila. We are from Group 1. Before we begin, let us introduce ourselves. My name is Tan Zixiang, and my matrix number is 217083.
My name is Kiang Jia Liang. My matrix number is 215396.
My name is Yusuf Muhammad Ibrahim Muhammad Hassan and my matrix number is 213753.
My name is Haras Hakimi bin Muhammad Abidin. My matric number is 214124.
My name is Haziq Tarif bin Khairul Anwar and my matrix number is 214140.
So, is everyone ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
I'm ready as well.
Me too.
Yes, indeed.
Alright then, let's begin right away. It is beyond the shadow of a doubt that social media networks have occupied an irreplaceable role in the contemporary lives of university students. One of the many controversies that surround the phenomena is the over-reliance on social media networks can be deemed harmful to their learning growth. So, what do you think?
An excellent question, Zixiang. From my point of view, I do think that social media networks are detrimental to the students' learning growth as people nowadays are too invested into social media networking platforms such as WhatsApp, Facebook, Twitter, etc. Their ridiculous amount of screen time causes them to lose a lot of precious time that can be spent on self-improvement instead. What do you think, Yusuf?
I do agree, Ji Liang. University students' excessive amount of screen time is getting out of hand. This is especially true when it develops into an addiction, as an article from the National Library of Medicine stated. Studies have convincingly documented that social media addiction is common among university and college students. And this in turn will lead into endless procrastination. On top of that, short video platforms are increasing and making students get distracted and lose grasp of time when scrolling through social media. Do you agree with me?
I am sorry to interrupt, but I totally disagree with the point. According to the University of Southern California, unlike addiction, frequent social media users sometimes benefit and sometimes suffer. That's why a more accurate description is habit. Addiction is just harmful. Social media can help students with studying, improve grades, as they have ways to connect to many resources that they can't get in touch with physically.
Yusuf, for your point, I understand where you are coming from, but I also don't agree with that perspective. In my experience, students are more motivated to learn from their peers online. They can use their social media to interact and receive feedback from one another even outside the learning period. Furthermore, social media allows users to edit and share new forms of textual, visual, and audio content in a blink of an eye. Personally, social media can be used to assist the learning process. How about you, Hakimi?
That's a good point, Torek. But I have another idea about it. I feel that social media usage can be detrimental to some students. I think that it has become a norm that students do not utilize their precious time to study, but instead are wasting their precious time by checking social media too often for non-academic purposes. Many tend to use social media as their coping mechanism to relieve stress, but without sufficient self-control, students tend to overuse the platform and become addicted, which takes away the time from their studies. How about you, Zishang? Do you have any other opinions?
Thank you for asking, Hakim. Just to confirm, what you're saying is that the students who lack self-discipline will end up dilly-dallying too much as they engage in meaningless activities online to the extent where it may even affect their studies.
Yes, Zishang. That's exactly what I mean.
Thanks for the clarification. To an extent, I do agree with what you just said. In order to maximize their learning potential, it is necessary for them to stay focused when doing revision. However, I think that students who optimize the usage of social media networks can really benefit tremendously from it. This is because social media networks are a treasure trove of information for them to look for references and reading materials. All scope of information is readily available online, ranging from branches of sciences, music and art, languages and cultures, etc. What do you think, Jadam? I'm curious to hear your take.
I disagree with the point, Zxiang. I think that books are way more reliable in this case. The information online is often mixed up with faulty or flawed information. I feel like spending excessive time on social media platforms can detract from study time and hinder academic progress. If students struggle with self-control and time management, social media can negatively impact their learning growth.
Sorry, Yusuf. I think you do not open your mic.
Thank you, Hakimi. Uh, I do agree for Julian for your response. I do agree with your idea that it's the students' responsibility and the students that struggle with self-control and time management suffer the most. However, I'd like to add a point to that. It also depends on their passion to help themselves focus. Many social media applications try to help by implementing settings to control their usage. So if the student is not passionate enough to study, they will never activate that setting feature. Tariq, you look like you have a different take.
I do have a different take on this issue. According to research made by International Journal of Recent and Innovation Trends in Computing and Communication, IGRITCC, social media provides the ease and speed with which students can upload media to be shared with other students. It results in a greater amount of sharing creating works. In addition, the convenience of being able to seek assistance from lecturers, friends, and families through online platforms will ease their learning process by leaps and bounds. What do you think, Hakimi? And can you clarify your previous point as well?
Thank you for asking, Tariq. Sorry if I was unclear. Let me share my point again. As I was saying, I do believe that only certain students will be addicted to social media. Some students lay in bed and just do nothing after the whole day classes, do not revise the lecture, and only scrolling social media to release stress. End of the day, they have an unproductive day and get lost from study. When the test is around the corner, they feel hopeless because they do not have enough time to study, and this surely affects their academic performance.
That makes perfect sense to me, Hakimi. After all, the major negative effect of using social media in learning is addiction. Without disciplines, they tend to misuse the main purpose of using this kind of technology, which can make their learning easier. In addition, I do find that students who use this social media as their learning medium will only rely on the accessibility of information on social media or websites to provide answers. Without it, they cannot develop their skills any further. Do you have anything else to add, Zishang?
I think you hit the nail on the head with that statement. University students who abuse the usage of social media networking websites such as Quick Math and ChatGPT to complete their assignments for them completely defeats the purpose of the assignments in the first place. However, my humble two cents are as follows. Social media networks are an excellent site for the exchanging of ideas. This is because internet users can share their varying opinions and different approaches to an academic problem or topic. As a result, this will stimulate a healthy discussion where university students can develop their critical thinking skill, which is beneficial for their studies.
Thank you everyone for the discussion. I think our discussion time is coming to an end and we can finally conclude our discussion. As discussed, social media has many negative effects on students' learning growth, that included addiction, distraction, and abusive use of social media. Nevertheless, we provided reasons for why social media is helpful as well, including sharing of ideas and stress relief. However, overall, the cons outweigh the pros. Therefore, we all agree that social media networks are detrimental for university students' learning growth. Is that right, everyone?
I agree with you, Yusuf.
I totally agree with all of you.
I also agree with all of your points.
I agree as well, and I think that marks the end of our discussion. Thank you, Madam Bazila, for watching our discussion. Guys, I think and add one more sentence. So, because I think after we cut out all the waiting portion, or we still have time for one more person to speak. Get to 15 minutes.
What are we gonna cut out?
All the spaces that no one
We
speak.
like for the mic. No, let's keep the one mistake that I did of not turning on my camera. I mean my microphone,
But
so I can see
I think the video overall is like 30 minutes plus.
it's 10 minutes, 11 minutes.
Is there any minimum?
I think
Uh,
11 minutes is pretty good because she said maximum 15 minutes. So like 5 minutes difference between the minimum and the maximum is like an average.
So you guys are satisfied with that for it? I myself is okay.
Yeah, me too.
Me too lah.
Alright. You guys satisfied, then we can move on. If no, we can maybe do one more recording. And for one more. Depends on you guys. Alright, okay. Are you guys satisfied?
Yeah, everyone put their thumbs up.
Then I'll send a video into the group. So, yeah, everyone.
But I think we have to also add to the when we upload the video, we have to get the YouTube transcript of the video. We can't use the script because of the one mistake.
No,
If we use the transcript,
just everyone correct their part, what they read wrongly, correct their own part, then we use the one in the Google Documents. Is that okay? Everyone fact check with what you just said with the transcript. If something is different, change it.
oh yeah,
Then
yeah,
everyone will take from Google Documents. Okay? Okay, so thank you
yeah.
everyone. Try to do the transcript, complete the transcript before Wednesday, I think.
Okay,
Okay, everyone. Bye bye.
bye.